Okay, thank you very much. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're back. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to Habitus Engagement Services. Trust you had a lovely Sunday. You had a lovely service. And today, as I was saying, we're going to be talking about timing. I want you to share this video, share it with brides, bride to be, mothers of the bride, fathers of the bride, or anybody that you know is going to be having a party, whether a birthday, anything at all, and will benefit from this program. Honestly, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be sharing a lot about timing. Some people always ask me, what time is the best time to start an engagement or a party or a wedding or anything at all. But the timing to start depends on the family. The timing to start depends on the people that want to have the party. Do you just want to have the ceremony and you want everybody to eat and go home? Or do you want to start the ceremony, you want to do party later, or you want to do registry like some of our customers that do one day wonder? That means they have three things happening in one day. So the time that somebody that wants to do a one day wonder, which is the engagement, the registry, or the church and the reception with the party, the time that they will start will be different. So I always tell people it's difficult for me to give you a time to start. If you know what you want to do, if you just want to do engagement and then after party, you can choose the time that you want to start. And the day that you want to do the event also determines the time that you want to start. So when it comes to traditional wedding or any party, because this is not limited to traditional wedding only, the time you want to start depends on your program. What do we want to do? I've seen a lot of people that will just do engagement, everybody eat your food and go home. So they can choose to start if it's during the week, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We want the traditional wedding or the party, the ceremony to be 2 hours, and after that, everybody eats and go. Well, some people want, to do the traditional wedding. They want to have the after party. They want to do so many things. So the time you will start depends on the two families. You decide what you want to do, draw out your program, and when you now know what you want to do, then you can allocate the time to start. But today, that's talking about the time to start, because I have so many things to talk about. So I'm sure today is going to exceed half an hour, or we can continue at another time. So it's difficult for me as an engagement coordinator to tell you the time you have to start. If you ask me, I will normally ask you, what are the things that you want to do? If you want to do everything in one day, you want to do traditional wedding, you want to do registry or church, and you want to do a reception, then most of the time you can start in the morning. How early you want to start will be determined by the family. What are the things you want to do? Before then, you need to do makeup, you need to take pictures, you need to do this. Then you will determine what time you will start, so that you don't tell us the time that you plan to start and you don't start at that time. So the time you want to start will be determined by you, the both families with their children that are getting married, what you want to do. So if you know what you want to do, then you allocate time. So that is the way I can answer what is the best time for us to start. As a vendor, I cannot dictate the best time for you to start. But we all start 7 a.m. in the morning. And I give credit, I don't want to mention their name, to that family. As I was driving into the car park at 6, I think past 6 a.m., very far from where I live, I could see the bride's limousine already in the car park. The family kept to time. They started at 7 a.m. We started just a few minutes past, but they were ready. So that means that bride would have started dressing up maybe 4 a.m. She wants to do everything in one day. Then the engagement ended at 9 o'clock. And after the engagement, she was gone to dress for the wedding. So the time to start is going to be determined by you doing the wedding and your family. You need to agree. So where there is disagreement, then we will just be deceiving ourselves. So the time to start is not for us as a vendor to dictate to the family. So please, I want to encourage us, do a meeting as couples, intending couples and your parents, work with your event planners, determine the time you want to start. And the time you also want to start, will be determined by the things that you want to do. So, like those couples I said, I give them credit. So, it's not everybody that does African time. I personally am tired of African time. I don't know where we got that from. It's from the pit of hell. So let's be determined to start on time. You want to start something very early. So people say, oh, 10 o'clock. If you say 10 o'clock, then let's be ready to start at 10 o'clock. That's about the time to start. So you are the one that will determine when you want to start. You are the one hiring all the vendors, and you are the one that will dictate when it starts. But we don't want you to keep on delaying us as vendors. And I have so many experiences that I'm going to be sharing, but I don't want to jump ahead of my time. Then what is the arrival time for us as vendors? Please share this with any vendor that you know will benefit from it. Share this with all your intending couples. Share this with the mother of the bride and the father of the bride. So what time do you want your vendors to arrive? We get emails from event planners. Habitus engagement arrive for 2 o'clock. The event is going to start for 3 o'clock. Fine. I personally, people on this line, if you've ever seen me comments, I will be there at the time, even way before the time that I'm given. So if they tell me event planners will email us, say, we want you to arrive at this time, we will arrive, and then there is nobody because of African time. Please, I want us to have a change. The year is running to an end, and we want to start the new year coming on a new slate. I used to do 2 hours early because I know I live far. And the reason why I do that is because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to the venue. And I don't want a situation whereby I will be delayed on the motorway. So we leave our houses, we leave our children, we leave our husbands, we leave our family to honor your invitation. Yes, you have paid us to come and do a job. When you give us a time, please can we try as much as possible to keep to that time? If you want us to come early, we come early, and then the people that are doing the event are not there. I can give an example without mentioning the name. There was a day, there was an engagement that was scheduled for 10 o'clock. I got to the venue 8 a.m., Chelmsford. And when I called the family and the event planner, I just sent them a text, which is my habit. And I just want to use that to encourage some of the people that are online. Please, when you get to the venue, I tell all the people that I train, can you please text the family? You might be saving somebody that day. I text them, oh, good morning. This is Habitus Engagements. I just want to let you know I am at the venue now. You will not believe it. 8 a.m. for an engagement scheduled for 10 a.m. The event planner said I should arrive at 9, but I got there at 8. And I sent the text. Do you know that I was the lifesaver that day? And immediately the bride was like, Auntie, and she just screamed, everybody wake up, wake up, wake up. Aunties at the venue, the Allah guys at the venue. And I started hearing buru, 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 everybody. And I'm like, 8 o'clock. The bride is not ready. The family is not ready. Excuse me. So what time are we going to start? Of course, the engagement started after 12 because they were not ready. I don't know what happened. Maybe they slept late. But if I had not sent that text, then that means they might wake up later. So get used to the habit of sending a message. I am at the venue now. That's the way I write it. Good morning or good afternoon. Just to let you know, I'm at the venue now. Today is going to be glorious in Jesus' name. I look forward to seeing you soon. And she screamed, Auntie, and she wanted to confirm. And she told the event planner to drive to the venue. And the event planner came and saw me there. I was the only one at the car park. And the event planner said, Auntie, we're sorry. They all will not be open until 9 o'clock in the cold weather. I sat in the car. I've told you on this program, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to really, really be honest. And that's why I'm sharing some of these things with you. So I saved that family, to come a bit early. So I don't know what time they would have come. If they look at this, they will know they are the one, but I'm not mentioning name. So please get used to the habit of texting, get used to the habit of letting them know you are available, get used to the habit of doing that. And also our customers, please, you paid us to come and do a job. Remember, we have families, we have children. We have some of us that are into events, have younger children. We will be paying somebody to go and drop our children in school. Look at that day. Even if I drop my children in school, I will still be able to get there for 10, But I left my home at past 6 or to 7 to honor you because you paid me for a job. Please also learn to honor us back in return. Sometimes some customers will give us the wrong time. They will refuse to give invitations, sometimes, not all. You will tell us a different time and you will tell your invited guest a different time. Let's remember, we are human beings. You paid us for a service. You did not pay for our life. And our well-being is very, very important. Remember, that day I sat in the car for nothing less than 3 hours. I will turn on my car in the cold weather. I will switch it off. I will turn on my car, to get some heat. I will switch it off. So please give us the right time that you want to start. I know you have to do a lot of things before you come, but please, can you book your vendors on time? Book your makeup artist on time. Start on time. And also for the makeup artist to also remember that the alagas are waiting, that the live band is waiting, that the DJ is waiting, that the caterers are waiting. I'm still going to go to all of us later. Remember that your work is also dependent on other people as well. So they will finish and then they will come. They will say, oh no, until when we take pictures. If we don't take all the pictures, take the shoe on the bed and everything, they won't come in. It's fine. Enjoy your day. Nobody is saying you shouldn't, but consider us. Give us, if you know you can't do 10, tell us it will start at 3 and we know it's 3. Even if it's a one-day wonder, give us the appropriate time. Remember, you paid us for a service, but you did not pay for our life and you did not pay for our well-being. Our health is very, very important. So, arrival time of the family. Sometimes some families will come late, and then when they arrive finally, maybe 3-4 hours late. I've seen families that are 6 hours late. Excuse me. We need to work on our timing. And I'm still going to share my personal testimonies because I know somebody might be thinking, Mrs. Emmanuel or Habitos, until when you get to the level whereby I've done a lot of parties and I did my own wedding. I was the first to get to my own wedding. I was the first to get to my own wedding. My wedding was scheduled for 10 o'clock. I was at my wedding before 8 o'clock. I was there at my wedding. I was the first to arrive at my wedding. Somebody asked me recently, why are you so timely? I didn't get the question. The person said, did you live with somebody that you are used to getting to everywhere too early? I said, no, I live with my parents. He couldn't understand. He said, why is it that you like? I said, it's just my way of life. I was at my wedding. I didn't wait for makeup. I didn't wait for anybody. That's why when you see it on my pictures, all natural. The person that was supposed to come and decorate, I said, don't worry, I'll bring the car to the venue for you. I was there. I left my mom at home. My mom came later. She said, Kilo Nkwa, why are you rushing? It's just me. We were not late. It was like 10 minutes to my house. I just want to be the first to get to my wedding. And I sat in the car, and guests were coming little by little. And we started at the time that we scheduled to start. So it happens. And like that family that started at 7, it can happen. But one thing I noticed is now getting too much in the UK. Please, let's be considerate of each other. I know it's not everybody that will like this, but honestly, it's time for us to talk to ourselves. Let's be considerate of each other. Consider our well-being. And one thing that you don't know when you start your event at the time that you schedule, you will enjoy your money because you've hired the hall for the whole day. Let's say you've hired the hall from morning for the program to start maybe at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. And we didn't use the hall, and we started maybe the ceremony, the chart at maybe 7 or 8. And then you have to finish at 12. Now, the alagas will now have to rush. So you want to enjoy all the beats. And some customers want you to do everything. They don't want you to miss anything now. And when such things happen, can I please use this time to encourage us as coordinators? You need to be considerate of other vendors because it has started late. You will not still be able to do everything that you have to do. I've done an engagement before that is less than 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If the person that went with me is online, she will confirm it. 10 minutes. Because the time that the family booked for the whole ceremony has elapsed. The venue were about to close the door. And they said, no, they have another event. You said you just need it for 3 hours. What do we do? They were not listening to them. And I went to the owners of the hall. I pleaded with them. I said, please, because the groom's family came late. The bride's family were there. I said, please give us 10 minutes. And the man said, because he saw that I was the only one there for a long time. He said, because I noticed you came very early. Okay, 10 minutes. We rushed everything. The groom's family and the groom, everybody rushing, greet each other. Let's carry the letter. Just exchange the letter. There was no letter reading. Stand in front of your cake, take picture and everything. Because of that singular act, the family called me for other weddings of their children. Beloved, let's be considerate. When they have started late, you cannot say as it is from the beginning, so it was until now. You will have to be careful and watch out on what you can do so that you don't affect other vendors. 10 minutes we did it that day, just for them to have a picture. So please, let's be calm. I'm not saying all the time, but we just had, because the hall was closed and we just had to quickly, improvise and do something. So when you see that they are starting late, I've seen an engagement where we waited for over 6-7 hours. That is too much. When you see that they are starting late, you won't say because they've given me 2 hours, I will still use the 2 hours. If the family don't mind, fine. But if they now start telling you, sometimes you have not started. I don't know if you've experienced it before. And all they're asking is, when are you going to finish? When are you going to finish? So we have to be very, very careful. We have not started and you are asking when we're going to finish. So we need to be considerate, because sometimes the bride or the mother or the groom, they would have told you, you will not serve any food until when the ceremony finishes. Know that some of the caterers, why we need to be considerate of each other, the caterers have brought their own servers and they've been paying the server maybe from 4 o'clock. And then they need to the servers to stay behind to help them to pack up and tidy up. And if those servers go after maybe 10 hours or 8 hours that they've been paid for, then the caterer will be left to do everything. So that's why we should consider each other. So that's why the makeup artist that is going to do the makeup at home or at the hotel, consider us that will do the ceremony. The photographer or the video man that are with them in the hotel, don't take the whole time taking pictures and video. And then consider us that they've given a time to be waiting. So let's consider each other. And when it comes to us as the coordinator or the MC, whatever you do, consider the caterer that they would have told, don't serve anybody until the ceremony finish. And the caterer is saying, please quickly do this ceremony, because they've said we shouldn't serve until the ceremony finishes. So it's very important for all of us to consider each other. So such an alaga or an event coordinator or an MC must consider the next person. We're like trying to run a race, and we need to hand over the baton to the next person. But if you say, they've told me 3 hours, nobody will tell me not to use that 3 hours, then you are being unfair. I've told you I'm going to be honest. You're being unfair. We need to consider one another. Yes, we know it's their fault that they started late, but we are not going to use that against other vendors. So if I know that, like that engagement I'm talking about, that we've waited 6 hours doing nothing. We finished, I won't mention the name of the person I work with. We did that engagement in 1 hour, 5 minutes, just to cover up for the time that we've wasted. And then the caterer will quickly serve the food, and they can be able to do their own bit. And also the live band is waiting. The live band will take on the baton as well. And the live band that day was very happy. But some other coordinators will say, well, it's not my problem that they started late. It's not, yeah, of course, it's not your problem. That's true. But we need to consider each other. Beloved, let's consider each other. So you will just cut it bit, and still do things that are very good. It's not one job that you will showcase yourself. Honestly, that singular act of cutting it and doing a wonderful job might be something that somebody else will see and say, wow, so this thing can be done in 1 hour and still be glorious. Do you understand? And the live band was very grateful. And then the live band too will play and also hand over to the DJ, and the DJ too will play and hand over to the decorator. Because when the event is not finished, the decorator cannot pack. And the decorator that has been there since morning, and then maybe all the staff had gone, maybe their time has run out, and then this decorator will still pay the vendors. So it's like a relay. What we're doing is like a relay. We are all handing over to each other. Let's be considerate. So also, customers, be considerate of us, your vendors. Be considerate of us. Yes, you've paid us, but if we have to be charging, you can imagine, how much do I have to charge that family that I waited for 6 hours? Give us the right time. Timing is very important. Time is money. Because of this timing issue, some of us, for me, I'm always very careful of taking 2 jobs in a day. Because if you take one in the morning, and if that one doesn't start on time schedule, it's going to affect the one in the afternoon. There's nothing wrong in us doing 2 jobs. But because of timing, we can't. Because if the one in the morning that is scheduled for 10 o'clock is starting at 1 o'clock, how are you going to get to the one that is scheduled at 4 o'clock? People that want their integrity to stand will not mess up with integrity. I personally will not. I will not. What I have built for 20 years, I will not let it go down the drain. But please, customers, help us to help you. Help us and support us. Help us to give you a good job. We're tired of rushing it. Please start at the time that you schedule. A lot of people will say, oh, don't you ask them when you're having meeting with them? I don't know about any of my other coordinators. Hardly have I seen anybody that will say, I am not timely. Hardly have I seen anybody. Yo, you don't know my family. You don't know my dad. You don't know my mom. We are timely people. We don't do Nigerian time. We don't do African time. I have never seen anybody that will say, oh, in my family, oh, we are always late. I have never seen anybody. I don't know. I can't see the comment. I don't know if anybody has seen it before. Can you see the comment? Okay. So I have never seen anybody that will say they are latecomers. I have never seen that. I've never seen that. So please enjoy your money. When you say you want to do something, start at the time schedule. Enjoy your money, enjoy every bit of it. So you have paid for that hall. You pay for the hall from 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. And then you start using it at 8 o'clock in the evening. Almost 10 hours wasted. You have not enjoyed your money. We're to enjoy the money that we have paid. We're to enjoy it. It's very, very important. Start on time so that we can finish on time, so that we can enjoy every bit of it. It's very, very important. When you start early, like that family that I said 7 o'clock, by 10 past 7 we started, and that is excellent. I give it to that family. I give it to them. Lovely family. They started on time. When you start on time and everything is as per schedule, then you will enjoy your money. When I was going at past 9, she was ready for wedding. Ready. And also a small encouragement. I know we're going to have a session for the bride. I don't want the bride and bride to be to miss it. They will now say they want to go to the hotel to go and change. And then before they come back again, most of the guests are gone. She changed in the venue. So it's very important. Think about those little things. Let's not use emotion with wedding, with events. You have to go back to the hotel, and then traffic you will uphold them, and then they don't come on time. And can I also use this time to encourage mothers? Don't leave your children back in the hotel or at home. Come with them to the venue. Come with them. Sometimes we will now start, maybe we started 3 hours later, and then the groom has come in, and then we're waiting for the bride again, maybe another 2 hours. Time is money. If I personally want to be charging and say, oh, any engagement that starts later, is going to be paying a particular amount of fees, then people will begin to spoil our name and say, oh, these people, and then some people will not mind. So if we have to be charging you, how much do you think I should charge for 6 hours lateness? If we have to be charging, it's going to be too much. Or we have to take a deposit and say, if you start on time, I will refund you back this amount. Would you pay? Instead, you will go to someone else. But please consider us as well. Consider our children. Consider our husbands. Consider our wives. Consider the people that we leave back home. Yes, you paid us to come and do a job, but you have not paid for our lives. Please, our well-being is also very, very important. And can I say finally that people will know you. If you're a timely person, it will show when you are having an event. I'm correct, and I know what I'm saying. If you're somebody that goes to other people's event late, they will say, oh, you don't know her. She normally gets to event late. People will come late. It's just an encouragement. You can turn a new leaf. And I have a personal testimony regarding that. Yeah, we have 3 children. 2 of the naming ceremony we did. People that came. The firstborn, we didn't do it for personal reason. The second one we did. We said it's just for 4 hours. We gave out invite. We started on the time that we scheduled. And then the 4 or 5 hours, because I didn't do the naming ceremony in a hall because I want to do party. I just wanted it to be comfortable for all our guests. We named the baby, everybody ate. We didn't do dancing or anything. And we went home. And a lot of people came later, even though we put, I think, 2 to 5 or 2 to 6. I can't remember. It's a long time ago. People that came later, Started calling my husband, where are you? The hall is closed. And my husband said, we put it on the invite. It's just for 3 or 4 hours. It's just to name the baby. We're not having a party. And that one went. So when we had our third born, the same thing. Do you know that since then, whenever we have a party, people show up early. They will say, those people, they finish on time. So people know us. So when my husband had his 40th birthday, somebody called and was asking someone, Dickie's birthday. What's the color again? Around 8 o'clock. The person said, which Dickie? The Dickie that they have finished their party. He said, these people. And then when I had my 40th birthday, same thing. People know us with time. The time that we say we're going to start, the time that we say, even though I was enjoying it then, I said to my husband, maybe the hall is free till 12. Let's dance till 10. He said, no. We said we're going to finish at 9. So, baby girl, we're going to finish at 9. And we finished. What I'm saying is, you know what you want to do. So, you can determine how long you want it to be. When it came to my 50th birthday, I was planning to start at 3. But I thought to myself, we have to go to church for Thanksgiving first. And then before I come from where our church is, it's going to be an hour to where the reception is. I said, no, I won't put 3 because people know me for time. I'll put 4. At least I know when we finish church at 12, I will get to that place around 1. People might want to greet me in church and everything, and I don't want to rush. At least by 2 o'clock, I know I will be there. Do you know that before 1:30, we were at the reception? I dressed at the venue. I was ready. And those who were there can bear witness. So I'm not saying something that we have not tried. So when you make up your mind, you can do it. And all our events, we always start 5-10 minutes early because there will be a lot of people in the hall because people know us for time. I'm not here to give glory to myself, no, but it's hard work and determination. If we can do it, you can do it as well. We have done it at our 40th birthday, the two of us, our 50th birthday, our children's naming ceremony, and it is doable. But more importantly, you need to put these events in prayers so that what you did not bargain for will not occur. But a lot of times, families, people just concentrate on party and ashrebi and other things, but we leave prayer out. We put the events in prayers. We put everything in prayers. We come against disappointment. We decree into the day. A lot of times I ask the couple with their parents, I say, what's the day that you praying and fasting about this? But I'm always shocked that sometimes they don't even have any. Having a party is a spiritual thing as well. You need to settle it in prayer and come against disappointment. A caterer that you know very well, that you've tasted the food very well, can cook for you and it will not be the same. A dressmaker, a tailor, a designer that you know very well can make mistakes. Zips of dresses can be the one that will cause issue. Anything can just happen. So more importantly, I want us to pray about events, but please, we have to go back home. If we have to travel 3-4 hours, sometimes we miss the train ticket that you bought for us. How many people will go back and say, Habitos, I'm sorry you missed your train. Let me give you another money. But it will be like, I've bought the tickets. You don't come back to find out how was it, how did you get home. So please, let's encourage people. I know it might be a bit hard today, but like I said, I'm sharing my experience of 20 years. Let's encourage people. Let's encourage us. Appreciate us. Yes, we are rendering a service, but appreciate us. Appreciate our families as well. Stop delaying us. Start on time. Start early. Do what you have to do. And more importantly, enjoy your money. Enjoy your money. You've paid for that hall 20,000, 15,000, 7,000 pounds, 6,000 pounds, no matter how much you've paid, even if it's 1,000 pounds, enjoy that 1,000 pounds. You've paid all the vendors, enjoy the vendors. And vendors, let us consider each other. When they are starting a bit late, I'm not encouraging lateness. I don't do lateness. But if the events have started late, let's consider each other. Let's consider each other. Don't say, well, the live band has been paid their money. Whether they play or they don't play, it's none of my business. It's your business. Let's consider each other. You don't know who will be watching. Let's consider each other. Let the live band also consider the DJ. Let all of us consider the caterer. Let all of us consider the decorator that will wait because they want to enjoy their money. Please, it's just an encouragement. Timing is very important. And if you're sitting beside anybody, I want you to say to that person, no more African time. If you are by yourself, say to yourself, no more African time. I want to thank you very much for coming today, and I look forward to seeing you at our next show next month. I hope this will help somebody. No more African time. Start on time. Enjoy your money, and God bless you.